Hey everyone, we wanted to give you a quick instruction video on how to play our new game H.Y.S.T. This is a game you are contracted by a mysterious figure named Jade. She has been looking for a diamond and has found that a museum has acquired it, and she requires your expertise to break into the museum, get the diamond, and get out. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to set up the board and how to begin playing. First thing you want to do is take some of the floor plan tiles and shuffle them and then put them into a 3x3 grid. It doesn't matter which cards go where, it's just this is the layout for the museum that you are going to be heisting. Once you have done this, we need to make sure that there is going to be a path to the diamond. So the diamond starts in the middle tile of the museum, the middle square, and we will be starting from the corners, numbered in any order that you want to. So for example, for this game, we will consider this being the first tile, number 1, 2, 3, 4. And from each of these corners, we need to make sure that there is a route to the diamond. So in this case, as the players move and advance across the museum, there is a way for them to get to the diamond.
However, if you notice in this corner, there are walls right here, these gray areas. That is a wall. Those are impenetrable. You cannot move past them. If there's a corner that is blocked by the walls, make sure that you rotate the tile so that there is a path to the diamond. Or if you just want, you can rotate any tile so that the game looks fun. But always make sure that the corners are all open to that diamond.
After the board's all set up, we're actually going to place these camera tiles down on top of the board. They go where the symbol is on each of the tiles. You're going to take the camera tile and you're going to place it in the same orientation as the symbol on the board.
So once we have all of the cameras set up, we can begin to roll for our starting positions. This is the diamond dice. It'll be used for a few different activities throughout the game. One of them is going to be to determine where each player starts on the board. So as we mentioned before, we are going to number this one, number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we will roll to see which corner we start in. So I rolled a 4, so my player piece is going to start in this corner.
Okay, and I'm going to go. Let's see where Jade wants me to start. 3, so I am in the third corner. Riley, take it away.
I also got a 3. You can be on the same square as some people.
Sometimes everyone will end up in one corner, which can lead to a chaotic game.
I also got a 3, so this will be one of those games.
Yeah, indeed.
You'll also want to note on the diamond tile, the diamond symbol counts as a 1 in this stage. So if you roll the diamond, you start on number 1.
So we want to go ahead and explain the action deck now. When you're starting a game, each player will be dealt 3 cards. There are 8 different cards in total, and we will go ahead and talk about what some of those can do now. The one that will be seen the most is the smoke card. Smokes will let you place smoke tiles on the board, and these act as camera neutral zones where they cannot see through in order to help you get across the museum. So when you play a smoke card, you can place 3 smoke tiles anywhere on the board to prevent cameras from being able to see on those tiles.
We also have laser traps. Laser traps are fun little things you can use to stop your opponents from getting to the diamond or preventing them from getting the diamond out of the museum. When you play the laser trap, you'll take these red laser traps and you place them wherever you want. So for instance, right here, I could play a laser trap right there. Now, I don't know why I would do that because that's where I am, but let's say, just for the sakes of funsies, I want to sabotage everyone, including myself. I can place it right here, and now no one can pass through that laser trap. It acts as a wall.
A temporary wall.
A temporary wall.
Explaining in the next card, on the move, this card allows you to play it, and then during your turn, you're able to take 3 additional spaces on top of your movement. So taking this tile, and I have a camera that's facing, that will spot him if he moves. After playing this card, during my move, I can move 1, 2, 3. And this allows me to actually move through the vision of a camera without being spotted.
The next card is Blown Away. Blown Away removes up to 3 smoke tiles. So you can use this as you're playing to either sabotage somebody or to sabotage yourself if you want to do that. So for example, if we had a camera pointing this way and one of your opponents was safely hidden by that smoke, you can play the Blown Away card and remove that smoke tile along with 2 others, and your opponent will be spotted and have to restart at one of the corners.
Blind spot is a key piece of the game Heist, as it allows you to get away from cameras and rotate them to be able to spot other players or to clear up a path for yourself. For example, I can play blind spot here to rotate this camera and spot this player during my turn. He will then have to roll and go back to one of the starting locations. I can also play it to rotate a camera that will allow me to get to the museum more quick. So if I was to move this one, then I could move past it without being spotted.
Barricade is a rather evil card, a card that I love so very much because it prevents my enemies, the other thieves, from stealing the diamond. I want that diamond for myself. Let's look at the board right here. We have Blake with the diamond. He is very close to escaping the museum. Well, in the meantime, due to my own actions, have trapped the rest of us behind this laser trap. Well, I want that diamond for myself, so I'm going to play Barricade. What Barricade does is it locks up that entrance. Blake now has to go to one of the other 3 exits to win the game, giving me more time to steal that precious diamond for myself. And I so desperately want that diamond for Jade, but she'll pay me, so yeah.
The next card we have is called Ultimate Thief. So this allows you to steal the diamond from another player. So in normal movement, I would move against this person, which gives me the opportunity to steal. So first I would do is I would take this dice and I would throw it, and I get a 2. What I would really want to have is a diamond symbol on this, which is the 1, and this allows me to immediately take the diamond from the other player. But let's say I failed that. If I have the Ultimate Thief, it allows me to play it, which then takes the diamond and immediately steals it, and then I have possession.
The next card we're going to look at is the Burner. The Burner is one of my favorite cards because I want to have a lot of options. So if I have the Burner at the beginning of my turn, end of my turn, whenever I'm ready, I would play the Burner, which allows you to discard a card and then draw 2 new cards. So if I had my full hand of 3 cards, I would play the Burner, and then I would choose one of the other 2 cards in my hand that I don't have and discard that one as well, and then I draw 2 brand new cards to power my escape.
In order to win the game of Heist, you have to get the diamond out to one of the corners. So on my turn, I will demonstrate here how that might look. So I am the blue police, and I have the diamond, so I'm ready to get to the exit and get out. So I'll start my turn by rolling. Roll the 4, which will give me enough movement with an on the move. So I will play the on the move, which will get me past this camera. So 1, 2, 3, carrying the diamond with me. And then I will play a blind spot, moving this camera so it doesn't see me. And then I will move my additional 1, 2, 3 spaces. Once I have landed on this end tile, that is enough to get me out of the museum. I have successfully completed the heist and have won the game.
I'm going to go over a few special interactions. These interactions can either be used to hinder your opponents or to benefit yourself. This first special interaction, I want you to notice that Riley is hidden in smoke. He is not being seen by this camera, but this is your character. Blake's character is not hidden in smoke at all. If I were to turn this camera using one of the cards, Riley would not be seen, but Blake, his pawn, would be, which means that he would have to start again in one of the corners.
Even though I am not on so because I am not on a smoke tile, but there is smoke in the way of the camera, some players might think that you wouldn't be spotted, but smoke only stops the players from being spotted on the tiles that they are placed on.
Now the second interaction is to do with these laser traps. Notice that there's a barricade right here, and by the way, when a barricade is played, that barricade stays there permanently. It cannot be removed. This exit is blocked off entirely. Kalen's pawn has to get to this corner, or this corner. Now this corner is the closest to him, but it's blocked off by a laser trap. He wants to get rid of this laser trap, so he's going to play a smoke card. He can play the smoke tiles on either side. It requires 2 smoke tiles to be played on either side of this laser trap, and the laser trap goes away. Now Kalen can safely move through this area to get to the end.
Smoke is a way to spot a laser, and following the theme of smokes and lasers, we figured it would be funny for this game if a smoke could spot a laser, revealing it for the player and allowing him to remove it and get past it. One of the other and last special interactions for the game Heist is that cameras cannot spot the starting or exiting tiles. If I roll and started at this spot, even though the camera is spotting that exit, or it is on the spot, this is considered a safe place for the players to be. It is where you would normally find people in a museum, and so therefore this player would not be spotted. This both works if the player is carrying the diamond or has to start at that spot. He would not be spotted until he was to move further into the museum.
If I was on this square, I'm safe because I'm on the entrance square, the corner square, from getting spotted by this camera. However, as soon as I move 1 space, I'm out of the allowed area and this camera will spot me. So before I move forward, I need to use one of my cards to take care of that camera, or I will be spotted and have to restart at one of the corners.
On this, there's a note I think should be mentioned, and that is the moment you take your pawn and move it in front of a camera, that camera spots you. You cannot take back that movement. There's no takesy-backsies in this game. The moment your pawn is hovered in front of a camera, you're spotted.
Likewise with your cards, if I play a card only to then realize I didn't need that card, it's too late. I've already set the card down and I must fulfill the action requirement in the card.